What is going on, everybody? And I actually had plans to make a video today, but honestly, it's not this video because after watching the video earlier today, I really felt the need to make this video, and this video is kind of overdue for me as well. But anyway, the video I'm referring to was done by my good friend Nia, the video game her, and I will be linking the video in the description. And I highly suggest you go watch it because it was an excellent rant video on a lot of the problems the Wii U has with its online and as a system in general. And it was just an excellent video. I wish all Nintendo fans were like her, that it's clear that you love the company and you love the system and the games, but you want more out of it. And a lot of people, a lot of Nintendo fans, and even gamers need to be more like that in this community, in my opinion. So definitely check that video out. I highly recommend it. Excellent video. But after watching that video, it got me to thinking. And I know by saying what I'm about to say, I'm going to open some sort of floodgate somewhere, and I'm going to get a sea of people coming at me, basically with their pitchforks and torches, calling for my head. Alright, here we go. Little suspense here. I honestly don't think Nintendo has ever cared about what we as video gamers want. I know that probably sounds crazy to some of you, but honestly, I feel that way. I feel that way, and after thinking back at the previous Nintendo systems and a lot of decisions Nintendo has made, I've come to that conclusion. And I will explain why. Okay, let's go back to Nintendo 64 for a moment. We see the other consoles like PlayStation and Sega, they're moving towards CDs, because society in general was moving towards CDs, because after all, CDs replaced albums and cassette tapes. See, the thing about technology is newer technology will replace older technology, especially if it's more efficient. However, what did Nintendo do? Nintendo stuck with cartridges. Never mind the fact that by sticking with cartridges, they made it more expensive for us, the gamers, because as I'm sure some of you may remember, back then, Nintendo 64 games were priced at, they could be at $75 to $100. Yes, I'm sure some of you remember that. Some of you probably don't know that. Yes. That's how much Nintendo 64 games were back then. At least for America. I don't know how it was for overseas. Now, Nintendo, maybe they also did it because maybe it was cheaper for them. And that's fine for them as a business. But it's not cheaper for us, the gamers. And I would think that if they remotely cared about us gamers, they would have moved on to CDs. That's just my take on that. And to be quite fair, there were things about the Nintendo 64 that I didn't care for and you didn't really have to worry about with, say, the PlayStation 1. Like, for example, remember blowing in your cartridges? Yes, I know that seems like a nostalgic thing to talk about, but I did not enjoy having to blow in those cartridges to get a game to work. I didn't enjoy it at all. Cleaning a CD was a lot easier and a lot more efficient. Another thing is that with the cartridge games, there were no memory cards. All the data, your save data, was stored inside the actual game cartridge. I'm sorry, but it was a lot easier to have save data stored on a memory card, so that way if I wanted to go over a friend's house who also owned the game, but I want to bring my data over there, I could easily do that on the PlayStation with the memory cards, but with Nintendo, you actually had to take the whole game with you. And the funny thing is about that is, for Nintendo's next console, they actually took those things that the PlayStation started, like memory cards and CDs. Oh, but wait, the CDs on the GameCube. Yeah, I don't remember the fans wanting a CD that is barely bigger than an Oreo cookie. Yeah, those GameCube discs were barely bigger than an Oreo cookie. Or maybe about the size of a potato chip? Maybe around that size? I don't know, but it was very annoying when, at least for me back then, I had CD sleeve binders. You couldn't do that with the GameCube games because they weren't the size of a normal CD. So it was kind of annoying trying to organize that stuff, because back then I didn't keep cases. I mean, that was just me. And in retrospect, it was kind of stupid, but that's how I was back then. And it was a lot easier putting PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games in CD sleeves. You couldn't really do that with the GameCube. So then we move on to the Wii. And I thought the Wii was revolutionary when it was first announced and it first came out. I was really interested. I mean, I bought it on launch. But at the same time, I don't remember the gaming community saying, you know what? Instead of a regular gaming controller, I'd like to have a wand-shaped remote controller and wave that around instead of just playing games normally. I don't remember the gaming community asking for that. But to Nintendo's credit, they took a risk with it and it paid off. They made a boatload of money with the Nintendo Wii. But once again, at the same time, I don't remember the gaming community asking for that. So now we go on to the Wii U. The Wii U. Once again, there were decisions made with the Wii U that I don't remember the gaming community asking for. Like, I don't remember everybody going, you know what? We need a giant tablet for a controller. You know, we don't need a regular gaming controller. We need a tablet controller. Now, once again, to Nintendo's credit, they did make a regular controller along with it, but I'm sure the main focus with a lot of their games was the tablet controller. Once again, it's Nintendo making decisions without really wondering what the gaming community wants them to do. And I see people like Nia and many other Nintendo gamers going, hey Nintendo, we want you to put this stuff in your console. We want this. It would be good for you. And not only that, it would probably get more people to buy a Wii U. I'm a perfect example of that, because honestly, if Super Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Super Smash Bros. With its 8-player, I mean, if those games had full online capabilities that I could play with my friends at any time online, you know what? I'd be all over that. That would be amazing. I would have a Wii U right now if I could play those games online with my friends. Like, for example, me and my older brother grew up playing games together. But guess what? We are now adults. He's got his life. He's married. And even though we still meet up, we can't have local co-op that much anymore. I mean, that's why online co-op and online multiplayer is so popular nowadays. Because you can still play with your family and your friends without having the hassle of getting to meet up and stuff like that. But for some reason, Nintendo doesn't seem to understand that. It's like they seem like they're stuck in this old mindset of how gaming is supposed to be, rather than what gaming actually has become. So, yeah. Honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't think they care what we think. And even though I love how passionate gamers like Nia and other people are for voicing their opinions on what Nintendo should do to improve themselves, honestly, I think it all will fall on deaf ears. I think that they may listen to it, but they're just not going to care. Because at the end of the day, guess what they're going to do? They're going to look at the Smash Brothers sales and other software sales. They're going to look at that and go, we are selling our games. You are buying our games. Why the hell should we change a damn thing when you are going to buy our stuff no matter what? So, honestly, in my opinion, the only way you're ever going to see change with Nintendo, and this is a small thing. This may not even happen. But I think the only way to go about this is to just not buy their stuff. And I know that's asking quite a bit, because a lot of people love their games and their products. But in my opinion, that's really the only way you're going to see any kind of change. And honestly, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my part there. I was going to buy Majora's Mask 3DS because I'm a huge Zelda fan, and I would need another reason to play my 3DS, and I was going to buy that and get my Zelda fix, since I played the other two Zelda games on the 3DS. Honestly, no. I'm not going to do it now. And as of right now, I have no plans to even get a Wii U, because I want to see Nintendo fix their stuff. I want to see them improve. And if I have to stop buying their stuff to even get a glimmer of hope that they may do it, then so be it. So be it. And once again, I'm not expecting a lot of people to do this, but I think that's the only way you're going to see any kind of change with Nintendo, because in my opinion, they seem like they're just stuck in their archaic mindset. And they do not want to change, because they think that they know what's best for us gamers rather than what we actually want. And you know what? To be fair, at the same time, they're going to look at those software sales and they're going to feel validated. In their mind, why should they change anything? So, yep, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. And I know I'm probably going to get some Nintendo fanboys coming in here calling me Sony fanboy, Microsoft fanboy, any kind of other fanboy for another platform. I'm not a fanboy of anything. I'm a gamer. I game on anything that is fun. So honestly, if you're going to come at me with that argument, then you've already lost that debate, I'm afraid. So please don't waste your time. But I would love to know what people think about this. So let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.